On today's JMO with Josh and Joe, we have a full entire weekend of football.
So complete.
Oh, it's amazing. All is right in the world. It just seems like Mercury is in Gatorade right now, and the universe has aligned, or whatever the astrology people say. We talk about the NFL first. We got to start with the NFL with that game last night, the Monday night game, Buffalo Bills versus the Jets. We go into detail about that.
What a game!
Unbelievable. We'll highlight a few of the games in the NFL that we thought we need to talk that needs to be talked about. We go into a little more detail about certain games, such as the Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets, Saints versus the Titans, and the Lions versus the Chiefs. But we have a few more sprinkled in there. Then we get to our college football segment. This is going to be our main segment throughout the year. We talk obviously must-see TV, Colorado versus Nebraska.
Prime time again.
Prime time again. It was weird because they were the second highest rated game this week, only behind Texas and Alabama. Now, the fact that you were really close to Texas and Alabama says a lot about you.
It seems to be a common theme right now. Second best week 1 and week 2.
Yep. And he's second against these powerhouses. And it's Colorado, who went 1-11 last year.
Mm-hmm.
We get to more of the college football games: Miami, Texas A&M, USC, Stanford. Do a little LSU versus Grambling because we needed a get right game.
Yep.
We had to have a get right game. Do UNC App State? Almost.
So close.
And then finally we finish off with a little U.S. Open talk. A little tennis.
Talking tennis.
Yep.
All right. Let's rock and roll.
Welcome to JMO, Josh and Joe. It is Tuesday, September 12th. And Joe, we finally had a full fucking weekend of football.
It was so complete.
Life
so complete.
is as it should be. Everything feels it feels back to normal. I feel like I feel like myself again. You know, off season it just it puts me out of whack, and now I feel like I'm firing on all cylinders.
Well, that's why they call it the off season, because you feel off that entire time.
Good. It's aptly named. I do want to take 1 minute. Let's give a moment of silence for the 9/11 victims. Okay, that's good. All right, I wanted to acknowledge that. I was watching the New York Yankees versus Boston game tonight, and they had the the New York Fire Department and the New York Police Department hats on. It was kind of cool. I love it. I love that tribute. It's great.
Yeah.
It's great. It's good. But anyways, fucking football is back. All the way back. All the way fucking back, dude.
It was a lot of fun. Because then you get a full slate of college during Saturday and a full slate of NFL on Sunday.
And a fucking banging ass game on Monday.
Yes.
Let's just dive into it. Let's I know we're gonna talk a little bit more about college football, just because that's what Joe and I are passionate about. I honestly, if you ask me if I'm gonna take college football over the NFL, I'm gonna say college football 10 times out of 10. That's just how we are. That's how. It might have been because of how we were raised. We may have been brainwashed to love college football more. But if you ever live down south, you'll realize college football just means a little bit more. We love our Saints.
It's a product of our surroundings for sure.
Yeah, we love our Saints, don't get me wrong. But there's nothing like college football down south.
Yeah, I think everybody knows that. The SEC just means more. But I think also, too, you don't have as much of a cluster of like a lot of professional teams down here. So just you see a little bit more college teams, and then there's just more, it's just more prevalent with the culture down here. So it makes a lot of sense when you dive into it all.
But we have to talk about Monday Night Football because so many things happened. This was a great fucking game. First of all,
What a game!
Let's go ahead and just say that Second of all, Aaron Rodgers is out. That sucks.
Right?
That name a bigger letdown.
I know. His highlight reel just became him carrying the American flag out into the field.
Right. That was it. That was his highlight. He played, 3 snaps?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Jesus. Like, try and name a bigger letdown. What's a bigger letdown than that?
I mean, because think about it. We've had the whole entire offseason for the hype. Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets. We even had Hard Knocks, the entire Hard Knocks series, just like idolized basically Aaron Rodgers.
People fell in love with the Jets.
Yes.
Because of that.
Yes. And then he literally, because the report's out. I mean, it's sad to say, but he's out the entire year.
He's out for the season. He's done. Done. Whoops. Yeah, dude. I don't know what. I mean, like, all right. Let's talk about the game. The Jets defense is for real. We knew that we knew that, like, coming out of last year, going into this year, the Jets defense is for real. That Gibson dude, that's got to be one of the best stories so far from week 1. What, he got signed like last week or something, or a week and a half ago or something.
Yeah, well, he was even featured on Hard Knocks as well, that last episode.
Right. Yeah, and gets the game-winning the game-winning touchdown.
Walk-off punt return.
Walk-off. I always love a good walk-off.
Uh-huh.
Love a good walk-off. But yeah, so you know what you're gonna get out of Zach Wilson if you're the Jets, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you can't stick with Zach Wilson.
He already had the MILFs turning on him during the game.
We saw that.
Yeah.
When you have your only thing going for you turn on you, it's time to move on.
We'll see. He did make a couple of good throws. I just think they were saved by their defense, special teams, and Garrett Wilson catch.
Yes. The Garrett Wilson touchdown catch was unreal.
Yeah, because I was going straight for the defender, and he just kind of snagged it away from him.
Yeah. And that's what it's kind of a bittersweet thing for me because that's what solidified my loss for my fantasy league. I was playing against Garrett Wilson. I needed him to not get another point. Yeah, it was not to get another point at that part of the game. And he got the touchdown. I didn't really have high hopes, but I still have mixed feelings about it. But yeah, it was an unreal catch. He's gonna be an unreal player. It kind of like it brings a tear to your eye whenever you hear about the reports of Aaron Rodgers pretty much saying sorry, kid. It's just like, sorry, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know what else to
it's like a father to his son.
Yeah, it's like, I failed you.
Yeah.
Sorry. And, like, it sucks. It sucks. It really does. Because, like, I mean, like, just coming from a different, a fan, like a Saints fan perspective, for instance, like, just a fan's perspective from any other division. Like, obviously, the Patriots fans, the Bills fans, the Dolphins fans, they may not be happy, but they're not quite upset about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as from my perspective, I was excited to see how Aaron Rodgers would do at the Jets.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would have been fun.
So are the Jets cursed?
They might be. Joe Namath is the last quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. I think we should start talking about the Jets curse.
The Jets curse. Yeah. I mean, because I don't know where it exactly stems from. We might have to delve into the history of the Jets to figure it out.
Honestly, if you look at most curses, they all just stem from shit that got made up.
Yeah, so we'll just make something up.
We'll make something up, yeah.
But it just seems too much of a coincidence that, they had everything kind of going for them this year, and this happens right at the beginning.
Yeah. They have the butt fumble, like literally the worst play of all time.
Yep.
They just haven't been good in literally since Joe Montana or Joe Namath.
Yeah. I mean,
the 60s. That was 63, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They're cursed. They are. They're fucking cursed.
I'm just saying.
I think this is like the curse of the great Bambino. Like when the Red Sox got cursed when they traded away Babe Ruth.
Yep.
This is like along those lines. This is like Wrigley Field.
Okay.
I'm sorry. The Cubs were cursed. They hadn't won one since what, 1903.
Something like that.
There
right?
was the voodoo curse on the Saints. The Saints had a curse that they would never win a Super Bowl. They broke out of that.
Yep.
I think the Jets are cursed.
There's the Madden curse too. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, the Madden curse. That's a good one.
That's gonna come along actually during this game. With Josh Allen. Josh Allen might have the Madden curse this year.
Dude, Josh Allen, he needs a little bit of self-control. Like did you see he dove into defenders?
Yeah.
Like I'm talking not just dove into the ground. He launched himself 5 feet in the air. It was like 5.5 feet in the air. 5 foot 5 inches in the air. Head first.
Yeah.
Like you have so many rules to protect you as a quarterback, and you're gonna dive head first 5.5 feet in the air into 2 oncoming defenders.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Look, the most physical gifted quarterback that I know, I'm gonna say this, Cam Newton.
He was.
Yes. It's physically gifted. I think Cam Newton beats everybody.
For you people who haven't like seen vintage Cam Newton, first of all, go look at the 2010 Auburn Tigers. Second, go look at the 2015 Carolina Panthers. Then you will see how good Cam Newton actually was. He was unstoppable. He was Superman.
I think Dan Mullen in the Swamp Kings documentary even said that.
Yeah.
That he was the best quarterback on the team. But obviously you had
to go with Tim Tebow.
The almighty Tim Tebow. Yeah, you weren't going to just How do you lose your job in 10 days?
How do you get cursed to hell in 10 days?
Yes.
Yeah, fire Tim Tebow. Yeah, you're going straight to hell, dude. But yeah, no, it was an epic game. Honestly, it was kind of an epic game.
Yeah,
it was a great way to end off week 1. Are the Bills bad? Are the Bills bad? We gotta ask the question. Are the Bills bad?
I mean, I feel like if they don't throw like 3 interceptions and fumble the ball once, it's a little bit of a different game.
I think the Jets are just that good on defense.
Yeah.
I was gonna try and do some they didn't let DeMar Hamlin play, that's why they lost type thing. But DeMar Hamlin, let's just call a spade. He kind of sucks. He's just not good at football. Like, I understand people feel bad for him, but bro, if you're not good at football, you're just not good at football, man.
Well, just put it this way:
you're alive still.
When did we? That's true. When did we hear about DeMar Hamlin before that incident?
Never. No one ever heard of DeMar Hamlin.
I don't think he was rated as a top safety in the league. So
no, he wasn't even he was barely a bottom tier safety. That's why he was playing on punt returns and shit.
Yeah,
he was on special teams. That's how you know you suck. If you're solely on special teams, they just keep you around. You just gotta make one good play a game.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
You got anything else on the Jets Bills?
Oh, that's about it.
Let's do a little bit of NFL.
Some Saints versus Titans. Here's my thing. People talk a lot of shit about this game, and rightfully so. There was one touchdown scored the entire fucking game. My thing is the Saints got the first week jitters out. Okay, so yeah, we started off slow in the first half. I liked how we played in the second half. Right? It was good. It was good. I think we figured some shit out. Derek Carr seemed like he felt a little more comfortable in the second half.
Yep.
And we played good defense against a Mike Vrabel team.
Yeah. No, I was actually had the benefit of being at the game.
Yeah, you saw it, huh?
Yep. So I got to see it firsthand with my own 2 eyeballs.
Nice.
And it was kind of that way. And feeding off into the home crowd energy, I definitely thought the refs were trying to steal it away from us. It just seems like the refs just do not like the Saints.
No, the refs never like the Saints.
They do not. We had a non-PI call yet again against on Chris Olave on a deep pass where he definitely got tackled down. But again, reiterating,
we have historical evidence for the past 6-7 years.
Yeah. It's just I don't know what it is. We'll always play against the opposing team and the refs. Yeah. Unfortunately, King Henry did get his highlight reel with a nice shove on Marcus May, but Marcus May was able to get an interception to counter that.
Yep. I actually liked how Marcus May played. It was a bad look.
Yeah, it was a bad look.
Derrick Henry shoved him into a black hole, pretty much. But that's Derrick Henry does that.
He does that type of stuff.
He does that type of stuff. Nothing as bad as Jalen Ramsey, the Jalen Ramsey stiff arm.
Oh yeah,
that was the worst one.
That was basically dribbling his head on the field.
Yes, yeah. But Derrick. Here's the thing: they held Derrick Henry to like 63 yards rushing. Yeah, I know Derrick Henry's old, but hey,
no,
give me something.
Defense played incredible, and I don't care what the people are going to say about Ryan Tannehill. That Saints defense is good.
The Saints defense is good. Yeah, sure, Ryan Tannehill might not be good, but I mean the way Lattimore was locking down DeAndre Hopkins. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was sexy. It was sexy.
It was
Marshawn
sexy.
Lattimore should have had 2 interceptions that game.
Oh, I know.
He should have had 2. Marshawn Lattimore, I think he's the top five cornerback in the league for sure.
He's been disrespected lately, and he's been reading the news, so he knows that. He's out on a revenge tour for sure.
Yep. I agree. I hope he does like a 2009 Darren Sharper, and just leads the league in interceptions by like 5 interceptions.
Yeah.
Love it.
It would be awesome.
Marshawn Lattimore, 13 interceptions. You hear it here first. It's a game of field goals. The defense didn't allow a touchdown. It's week 1. We got the W. That's it. We got the W.
Not much more you can ask for.
No. I mean, sure. We won by 1 point against the fucking Titans. I don't care.
Yeah. I will say this. This is a cool fact from the game. So I don't know if everybody was seeing it on the TV. I didn't see the broadcast. But so this game, they were honoring two former players, Steve Gleason and Tim Shaw.
Yep.
That are both battling ALS. Tim Shaw used to play for Tennessee. He's kind of the Tennessee Steve Gleason. Mm-hmm. But so they were both in attendance, and it was just fitting to see that block punt that the Saints had.
I know, right? That was so great.
It was awesome.
It was great.
But yeah, it's a little cool fact from the game.
Yeah, nice little Steve Gleason fact. But yeah. I still stand by my take. I think the Saints are going to win 13 games.
Oh, they definitely look good. I mean, they're definitely going to be led by the defense. Just need Carr to make a couple of plays. Kind of like he called that last play, that deep ball.
Oh yeah, to Rashid.
They actually show
Shaheed,
inside the NFL a segment that they're doing. He actually they show him talking to Pete Carmichael, and he's like, "Hey, give me a go. Give me a go with Shaheed." And even Jameson on the sideline, he's like, "Yeah."
Oh, I love Jameis. I love Jameis so much.
And then he goes to Shaheed, and he's like, "Hey, I want you just to sprint. I want you to run." And the man, just called it.
He ran.
He called his number.
Shaheed, he's so fast.
Yeah,
he's so fast. I love our wide receivers. Michael Thomas, steady hands, great slot wide receiver. Chris Olave is honestly he might be the most underrated wide receiver in the game right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shaheed, let's go,
brilliant.
Let's go. Juwan Johnson, let's do it. I love. We need to get Jimmy Graham in there.
He just look. Expectation. I'm setting expectations for him. My expectation for him. I just need a couple touchdowns scattered throughout the year.
Yep. I want to see him dunk on the goalpost.
Yes.
I'll help pay for the fine. We'll start a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to a couple of the games. Bengals versus Browns.
Calm down, everybody. Chill the fuck out.
Burrow wasn't ready.
Yeah, he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready.
He probably came back too soon. He wasn't ready. Browns aren't that good.
Yeah, I don't understand the Jamar Elves comment. Just don't give them bulletin board material.
Well, I know
I preached this.
You and I both just say this till we're blue in the face. Stop giving bulletin board material. I think some people just need like a filter. So you know how they have that segment with Key and Peele They have the Barack Obama translator.
Oh yeah.
Every single NFL player needs to hire somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
They just need to like they need to say all the right things, but have someone else say what they mean for them.
Their interpreter.
So that they at least get that serotonin, that release in their fucking brain. They need that chemical release to just say it, but they don't actually say it themselves, so they can't people can't pinpoint it to them.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they need to have
Something like that.
They need to have an agent for the business side of stuff, but then they also need an interpreter. Like no one should be handling their own Twitter account.
No, absolutely, goddamn no. No one should be even close to any of their social media accounts.
I feel like we'll get to an age where it's with AI, where they're going to have their own little bot, like that AI robot that looks just like them. It's a clone of them, but it's going to actually spew out like filtered sayings of what they want to say.
Right. Yeah, and take filtered videos so we don't have a John Morant gun incident.
Yes.
Anyways.
Bengals fans, don't panic. Browns fans, don't get over your head.
Let's see, 49ers versus Steelers.
49ers is the best team in the nation. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I'm gonna probably put a future on the 49ers this weekend.
Okay.
Tell me where they're not good at.
It's not anything. It's not an issue of where they're not good at for me. It's more of an issue of like quarterback injury history.
Maybe that's it.
I mean, I'm not trying to wish anything.
I'm talking about like right now.
Absolutely.
Right
I mean,
now.
If Brock Purdy stays healthy for the entire year, I support your decision.
Yeah.
I support your
I'll
gambling
even
habit.
say Brock Purdy Super Bowl champion.
Okay.
I'll say it. I mean, if he stays healthy and the 49ers play like they did, I don't see like how anyone can score points on them. Like if you watch that game, I didn't watch the game, but I watched the highlights. How can anyone score points on them? How can they get yards? Like they're that good. They're so fucking good defensively.
Yeah.
They have so many weapons on offense. Brandon Ayuk looked like a top 5 wide receiver this past weekend.
Oh, absolutely.
Unreal.
But yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. They picked off. My notes literally say they picked off right where they left off before Brock Purdy got hurt.
Yes,
he's basically got a plethora of talent around Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is making all the right decisions.
Well, Kyle Shanahan is basically like ratatouilleing him.
Is he ratatouilleing him? Okay, that makes sense. So instead of like just a speaker in his head, he's actually got like things that's like pulling his hair.
Yes, that's exactly what he's doing.
Robotic arms just pulling his hair that show him where to go.
Mini Shanahan up there just pulling all the strings.
He pulls the right side when the guy's open on the right end, and then pulls the left.
Except the only thing is this year, how about when if Brock Purdy goes down with injury, how about we get like a Phillip Rivers or a Tom Brady to play for the Niners? Can we do that? Because apparently last year, if what's his face who played in the NFC Championship for the fucking Niners? God, I can't remember his name. Everyone was injured except for this guy.
Oh, Josh Johnson.
If he went down or they were, yes. What was it? They were going to call up Phillip Rivers if a certain quarterback got injured for the NFC Championship.
Well, no, Josh Johnson ended up getting hurt in the NFC Championship. Phillip Rivers was going to be called on if they made it to the Super Bowl.
If they made it to the Super Bowl. That's it. Yes. Just call on Phillip Rivers anyways. Call him Tom Brady. Fuck it.
Well, the Jets probably will.
Yeah, they probably will. Yeah. Dude, hell, let's fucking get Big Ben in there for a fucking game. Why not, dude?
Anyways. So, yeah, 49ers crushed the Steelers. Eagles versus Patriots, awesome game. That Jalen Hurts. Here's the thing. I want to say something good about the Patriots. Like, I want to say something good for the Patriots fans. Your defense is awesome. You made Jalen Hurts look like a rookie. Honestly, if Mac Jones, you should have won this game. If you had Tom Brady back there, obviously. I'm talking about 45-year-old Tom Brady. If you had anybody who was remotely clutch in the, y'all would have won this game. Y'all should have won this game.
Yeah, no, definitely. I will say it's kind of the return of the defenses a little bit, in a sense. That's kind of
love it.
That's been kind of a common theme.
I love it.
We just said the Patriots. We said the 49ers just now. You could attribute Browns' performance
Jets.
kind of and the Jets, Saints. So definitely a lot of good defensive performances in the first week, which is a little odd to see sometimes. Usually the defense takes a second to catch up,
especially in the NFL.
Yeah, dude, the Eagles, they
have a lot of young guys, so it's going to take them a little bit to get going. One note I had was Zeke looks weird not in a Dallas uniform. He looks weird in the Patriots uniform. The only good thing I have to say about that is he doesn't look that fat because of the darker colors.
Okay, darker colors.
Darker colors, like the darker blue, kind of hides the fat.
Yeah, every female knows that.
Yes,
every female does.
It looks like Kenneth Gainwell is going to be the back in Philly, which is surprising to me because I definitely thought it was going to be DeAndre Swift.
Or Rashad Penny. I mean,
any
of those could have been.
Rashad Penny did pretty well last year, towards the end of last year.
I don't know. It's
we'll see. I think the AFC East is completely wide open. Completely wide open. I think, and the reason I say that is because of how the Buffalo Bills looked. And because, yeah, sure, right now it looks like Miami is probably going to win it, but Tua's going to get hurt.
Okay.
Tua's going to get hurt, and without Tua, Miami's mediocre.
Yes, very true. But they did pick up Mike White, who will, throw 500 yards. Well, I was going to say 500 yards one game.
One game. That's it. Oh, no, yeah, Mike White's only good for one game.
He's good for one game.
That's it.
Let's see. You got the Cowboys versus Giants. Yeah.
Cowboys defense is really good.
Yeah. They're good. It's a common theme,
Defenses, yeah.
There was a lot of good defenses this week, and Cowboys was another one.
Yep.
I mean, Daniel Jones had nightmares of Michael Parsons the next day. Mm-hmm. I did find it funny that, they paid Daniel Jones $40 million a year to lose by 40 points.
Oh, oh man, I love those.
Yes.
I love those. Those are so much fun they're so much fun to watch. And the internet has a field day with those. It's great.
Yeah,
I just got one little complaint. In my fantasy league, I had the Cowboys defense. They got me 40 points and I still lost.
Ouch.
You want to talk about down bad?
Down bad.
Down bad. Not good. It's definitely not good.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's not great. But yeah.
I don't. Is Dallas back? Is Dallas good? Please say it ain't so.
We'll have to see. It's either Dallas is back or Giants suck.
I think I'm hoping the Giants suck. But anyways,
let's get to the last game I got marked off. Lions versus Chiefs. The Thursday night game. Great start. I loved it. Great start to the NFL season.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think I could have asked for a better game as far as in our opinion. Mm-hmm. We're big Dan Campbell guys.
Oh yeah.
And obviously they're the reigning Super Bowl champions, the Chiefs, blah blah blah. The Lions look good.
The Lions do look good.
They look good, man. Amon-Ra St. Brown, top 3 wide receiver. I'll say it right now.
Dog.
Bro, Aiden Hutchinson.
Dog.
Blew up the fucking Chiefs O-line.
Yeah.
Dog. Dude, the Lions, man, it was just like they were making all the right moves.
Sam Laporta.
Dog.
Just as a rookie already on this first game.
Yeah, but that's like a classic Iowa tight end type of thing.
I mean, he looked good. He definitely, fits that Iowa mold.
Classic Iowa tight end mold. It's beautiful. I love tight ends from Iowa are just the best.
Yeah.
They're the best. Happy for Dan Campbell and the Lions fans, man. This is a much needed win. You get that feeling that the Lions are here. They're a force to be reckoned with. You always thought that, even when the Lions won in the past, it's it's still kind of like a write-off. You don't really worry about the Lions.
Yeah.
The Lions are here. They're good.
Yep. and they're here to fake a punt, in the first quarter on their own 17-yard line.
Dan Campbell's ball sack is bulging, dude. It
Yeah.
is purple because it's stretching so fucking far.
And I tell you what, it wasn't the only thing that was ballsy. Sean Payton pulled another ballsy move. He actually onside kicked it the first kick of the game.
Sean Payton's addicted to onside kicks.
He's addicted to weird onside kick times.
You're right. He's addicted to to the weird onside kicks. Like it's in random parts of the game that it shouldn't be onside kicks.
Like, they didn't even have the score graphic up, and when it showed up, it was 15 minutes on the first quarter. Like, he did it the first entire play of the game.
Right.
And he got it.
He got it. Well, I did it.
No, he got it. They just didn't score. The Broncos. It's so sad.
Oh man, the Broncos are just. Yeah. Anyways, we got let's poor Kadarius Toney.
Yeah.
I like it at first. Obviously, this is almost an entire week from the game because we're recording Tuesday and the game happened Thursday. At first, I was making fun of him. Now, I just kind of feel bad.
No, I think you kind of keep making fun of him at this point. You gotta grind him down. And I mean, you know what? He may be a second half team. He may just come along the second half of the year.
Yeah.
But I kind of looked at the NFL script commercial. I don't know if a lot of people have been watching those, but they've been hilarious.
Yeah.
But,
the NFL script. I loved how the NFL's leaned into that.
Oh yes.
They've kind of leaned into NFL scripted, so they've found a way to just completely profit off of it. It's beautiful.
So the segment, the no hand catch,
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh yeah, Jamar Chase has a no handed catch this year."
Yep.
And he's like, "How does that happen?" Well, Kadarius Toney actually tried to do that this time because he had no hands this game.
He did. It's just a tough look. It's that picture that went around of him on the play on that pick six. It's like you can do anything with the fucking camera these days, and they freeze framed it right when like the ball was going right in his hands, and it's like somehow this play ended up in a pick six.
Pick six.
It's a terrible look.
Yeah.
Terrible look. Yeah, I do have something for you, Joe.
Okay.
This is the first time in the history of the NFL that the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Las Vegas Raiders, the Jaguars, the Raiders, the Lions, the Browns all start 1-0.
Whoa.
Yeah.
The history of the NFL?
Yes.
Wow.
Because the Jags didn't start till 1995. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Still.
History in the NFL. And speaking of the Raiders game, let's just dive into this just for a second. The Broncos, tough. They don't look so good.
Yeah, like you have to start thinking like, what is wrong with them? Like,
Yeah.
you feel like they've done all the right moves.
Russell Wilson. That's what's wrong.
That's what's wrong.
And the other thing from this game is Jacoby Myers is a fucking dog.
He's a dog.
Dog.
He's a dog.
Dog. Love Jacoby Myers.
He got reunited with McDaniels and, went dog mode.
Yep. And Jimmy Garoppolo is just doing barely enough to win.
Yeah. So, Russell Wilson, stop kissing babies.
Stop kissing babies. Anyways, you got anything else on the NFL? That was it was a great first weekend.
Yep.
I was very very pumped about it. So let's get to some college football. College football. I don't know which game to start with, Joe.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a toss up. Do you want to do Colorado, Nebraska? Do you want to do Alabama, Texas?
Well, I'll say let's start in the at the end and then go back to the beginning with kind of making references towards the end.
Oh, okay. So like how most movies do, they start with the end and then go back to the beginning and then refer back to the end.
Make their ways back
all
there.
throughout the movie. Okay.
Yes.
So what does that mean?
Colorado, Nebraska.
Okay. Dude, Colorado is must-see TV. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there. Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter, dude, Xavier Weaver. Mm-hmm. Xavier Weaver's a dog.
Yeah.
Dog.
We're just going to see more and more of these players stand out too. I mean, when you got two signature cornerstones in Sanders and Travis Hunter, which, by the way, Travis Hunter tracker alert, he's at 278 snaps for the year.
Wow. Do we know who's second?
Don't know who's second, but he's done 126 the first game, the 152 the first game, 126 the second game.
That's insane. That is fucking wild. And both of those games, those are twice as many as any other player.
Yeah,
they're twice as many because he plays both sides. It's wild. Dude, it just goes to show the TCU game wasn't a fluke. Colorado is here.
Mm-hmm.
Deion Sanders is here. They're fucking here.
Yeah.
I'm on the Shedeur Sanders for Heisman hype train.
Oh, absolutely. What was it? 31 of 42, 393 yards passing and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I love the way he's in the pocket. He goes in the pocket. He's not a run first, even though he's quick.
Yeah, he's fast.
Very, very fast. He is very much a pass first quarterback.
Yep. He does, like you said, you love this. He keeps his eyes downfield.
Yep.
Keeps his eyes downfield. And honestly, he should, because he's got 4 fucking stud receivers.
Mm-hmm.
On the other side of the ball, Nebraska, Matt Rule, he'll need a year to implement his system. Let's put it that way. I wanna be nice to Nebraska fans.
Okay.
I want to be nice to Nebraska fans because it's not looking great. They're 0-2. They have Northern Illinois next week, so it's their get right game.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, including our LSU Tigers, had the get right game this past weekend. So yeah. Sucks for Nebraska. There's always next year.
Well, when you have sucked for the last 23 years, it's not going to be an overnight thing.
True, they haven't been good since the 90s.
Yeah, so since in their passionate fan base, they probably still have the fan base of an Alabama, but does not have the team. It has more of the team of like a UTEP.
You're right. I think that's a great way to describe it. They have the Alabama fans, but team of UTEP.
Yeah.
So Colorado has Colorado State next week. Should be easy. Shouldn't be too much. Deion Sanders. This could be like a slip up game. I don't think Deion's gonna let that happen.
Well, this will be a telltale sign of how he is if he just picks his team up for big games.
Yes, that's true. That is true.
So,
Nick Saban was perfect at that. Mm-hmm. He made sure he actually hyped up his team more during these like little games versus the big games.
Than the big games. Yep. Yeah. Keep themselves disciplined.
Yep. All right, let's go. Let's move on to Alabama versus Texas. Is Texas back? Here's my thing.
Or is the dynasty dead?
Well,
we can get into that.
So my thing with this game, I think Sarkisian let Ewers air it out way more than he normally would have if Texas was playing any other team. I think he kind of just threw the playbook out the window. I mean, well, this was a typical Steve Sarkisian play call, but I think he kind of like let it loose a little bit. Because that's what teams do against Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a you got nothing to lose type of thing, and so you just throw everything out there.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he did with Quentin Ewers. I think he let the guy throw the ball because he was he had 37 pass attempts. He was.
Oh, he was slinging it.
He was slinging it. Yeah, he was chucking the ball. I think it was just a well-coached game by Steve Sarkisian, and Alabama's not as good as they have been in previous years.
Yeah, perfectly said. Last year, Quinn Ewers went out of this game, mm-hmm. and they were very much in it, and also looked like they were probably going to win it at that point. But obviously, Alabama was able to squeeze off a narrow victory. But, we're going to hear from Texas fans that Texas is back, like a lot. even from Matthew McConaughey,
Yep.
who was on the sidelines with Pat McAfee.
McAfee.
That was actually kind of cool to see.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, that's the only thing I really do care about Texas.
Yeah.
Is Matthew McConaughey and his fandom. I just like how passionate he is.
Yes, I agree.
So
he loves Texas.
Yeah, but
I think he loves Texas football more than Texas loves Texas football.
yeah, that could be.
And then obviously, Pat McAfee's energy just mixed in with Matthew McConaughey's. It's the best.
Yeah, it works perfect. But no, my other notes on this was Milroe, the black Tim Tebow kind of just looks more of a tight end.
He's not the answer.
He's
I literally have that Milrose isn't the answer.
he's so jacked.
I know. Yeah.
He's so jacked. He does not look like a quarterback.
No, he you're right. He looks like a tight end.
Yeah.
He looks like a tight end. I don't think he's the guy. I think
He had some bad interceptions.
Yeah.
There's one, maybe overthrowing a guy or maybe it bouncing off. Obviously, if it tips off a defender's not as bad as if it tips off the receiver's hands, it's not as bad as an interception.
Right. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Unearned interceptions.
Unearned interceptions.
But he had some where it was just a bad read, and the guys read it the entire time.
He was staring him down.
The defenders read it, just took it.
Yeah, it just seems like Bama doesn't really have an identity. All the Nick Saban teams, they have some type of identity. They're a run offense, they have these stud wide receivers they just chuck them up to, or their defense is badass. Their offensive line might be the best run blocking. They just don't seem to have an identification this year. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think they haven't figured it out, and that's something new that I haven't seen from Nick Saban in a long time. I don't know if he has the right personnel that he needs, that he wants, or what the deal is.
Well, remember, both of his coordinators did leave. So Pete Golden left, and as well as his offense coordinator, Bill O'Brien.
Right. Bill O'Brien went back to the Patriots, huh?
Yep.
I understand that, but it just looks really weird. It's an uncharacteristic thing for a Nick Saban coached team. So
I just think he's kind of on his way out,
dude. I literally Saban too old for this shit.
Because the age is getting up there. I don't know if his heart's all in it as much anymore. He's doing Thursdays with the Pat McAfee show.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Weird.
Well, it's weird for Nick Saban.
It's weird for Nick Saban. Yeah.
Yeah, he keeps doing commercials with Deion Sanders, and then
but the Affleck commercials, those actually represent Nick Saban because he looks so fucking awkward in them. They continue to air those Affleck commercials when he's just he clearly doesn't look like he wants to be there.
Yeah, but he's still doing them. Because in an early Nick Saban,
they're just airing them.
In an early Nick Saban, well, obviously they're just
they're just still airing the same ones.
Well, obviously he does come in and do a set of commercials, and then they air those throughout the year. But I don't know. I just think his focus is elsewhere. It's not as much on football as it used to be. And so I think it just seems like the signs are there that he's on his way out.
He's on his way out. Is this Nick Saban's last season at Alabama? Is this Nick Saban's second to last season at Alabama? Is this Nick Saban's last season coaching football?
Does he want to deal with the NIL transfer world that college football is about to be?
I don't know. I don't think he has the personality for it. I think he's a recruit, homegrown, make your own system, or he has his own system, and then he picks the guys who fits his system. I think that's kind of the college football coach that he is.
Yeah.
I don't think Bear Bryant would have made it in today's college.
You got a good point.
There's just some coaches that are built for their era, and I think Nick Saban, like you said, he might be on his way out. But yeah, Texas might be back. I don't think so. I think they just they showed up for Alabama. I think they're going to get upset by a very inferior team.
It's either one or two. Texas is back, or the dynasty is dead.
Yep. We'll see. Speaking of Texas, let's go to Texas A&M. Jimbo Fisher kind of on the hot seat.
It's got to be on the hot seat.
I think Miami might be good. I really do think they are actually kind of good. Well, I love Mario Cristobal. I think he's a great fucking coach. I don't think that their Texas A&M is as bad, but Jimbo Fisher's got to be on the hot seat.
I mean, you still can't lose to that. I mean, regardless of what you think of Mario Cristobal and what yada 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 with Miami, I mean, obviously he's going to build that program and they're going to be good at a certain point. But look, A&M had a blocked punt. Miami muffed the punt early in this game, and Miami still blew them out by 15 points.
I'm going to give credit to their quarterback, Van Dyke. He had like 5 touchdowns?
Yeah, he did.
Something like that. Van Dyke had a great fucking game.
Yeah.
But
to put it in perspective, is that because the defense played awful, or was it Van Dyke? Because Van Dyke also had 1 touchdown against Miami, Ohio, the week before.
You're right. It's an excellent point.
Yeah.
It's an excellent point. I didn't realize he had only 1 touchdown versus Miami, Ohio.
But I have seen, you've exactly stated how the media has spun this, like, oh man, Miami's really, really good. You know, it wasn't like all Texas A&M's fault. And it was like, I don't know. I'm not buying it. I think Jimbo's going to be in the hot seat later on down the road. I think this is telltale for signs to come.
So should we be asking, is this Jimbo Fisher's last year at Texas A&M?
Dude, let's see if those oil guys can, get that money.
Just buy out the rest of his fucking contract?
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope so. I fucking hate Jimbo Fisher. And it pains me to say, because he started his career at LSU. He was the offensive coordinator for the 2003 national championship team. The sole national championship team that year.
Yep.
At LSU. So it does kind of suck. It does kind of suck. But yeah, I kind of hate him. I kind of hate him.
Well, he morphed into Bobby Bowden, which we don't like that. So.
No, fuck Bobby Bowden.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, Miami beat Texas A&M pretty good. Jimbo Fisher on the hot seat. Let's see. I want to do Ole Miss versus Tulane because we're in Louisiana. Got to do the hometown. Here's my thing with Tulane. I don't think Tulane's the little guy anymore. I think teams are actually prepping for Tulane now. Like they're prepping for Tulane like they're a Power 5 team instead of an inferior, basically FCS team.
Well, if you beat the national media darling in USC on primetime television.
Yeah, but here's my thing with the bowl games nowadays. The bowl games, the players don't the players don't even want to play the bowl games. So like all the main players are doing is getting ready for the draft, and like they just don't care. So like Tulane beating USC last year in the bowl game, awesome, and it's a tribute to how well Willie Fritz is coaching that team. It was a tribute to how good their talent was. I just don't like using bowl games anymore as like a I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't like using the bowl games as like a testament to how good a team is. But I do think that teams are starting to recognize that Tulane is really fucking good.
Yeah, well, and they still played good in this game. They were actually up by 10 against Ole Miss, and they didn't even have their first starting quarterback play in the entire game.
If the game had ended after the third quarter, Tulane would have won.
Yep.
Fucking Ole Miss scored 28 points in the fourth quarter. 28 points in the fourth quarter. Like, that was a meltdown. I don't know what was going on. Willie Fritz was letting Horton throw the ball. The quarterback for Tulane, Horton, he was letting him throw the ball. He had 37 pass attempts. Dude, Tulane, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Like, you ran into an SEC opponent that was really fucking good. Like, I think Ole Miss is kind of slept on. I think they're a little underrated. Nobody's picking them to come even close in the West. I think they'll make some noise against Alabama. Obviously, I'm not going to pick them against LSU, but I think they're going to beat majority of the teams in the West.
Yeah, I think so too. They definitely, in my opinion, are better than a Texas A&M.
I agree. I think Ole Miss will beat Texas A&M. But I guess my point is Tulane doesn't have that surprise factor anymore. Like they don't they're not going to come up and surprise people anymore because people are prepping. They're like, oh, Tulane's good, so we're going to prep like they're good. But yeah, I'm excited for Tulane, man. So they're playing Southern Miss next week. I think that'll be an easy W.
They'll have a good season this year.
I agree.
For sure.
I agree.
Especially if Michael Pratt can get back and with his perfect games.
Dude, he's so fucking good.
So good.
Let's see. Let's do USC versus Stanford real quick. Caleb Williams, 19-21, 281, 3 tutties, first half. Like the USC pulled all their starters out from the first half. They had a 28-point second quarter.
Yeah, and 49 in the first half.
49 points in the first half.
Yeah, that's like an LSU-Oklahoma playoff game.
Dude, yeah, right. Dude, to be a wide receiver on the USC team right now, like I think they had like 12, 13, 14 guys catch a pass in that game, catch multiple passes in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to be just like oozing if you're a fucking receiver right now.
Oh, yeah.
For USC. And you know how Lincoln Ryan loves to throw that ball.
And he's got himself Caleb Williams, who's basically an Oprah back there. Just like, hey, you get a catch, you get a catch, you get a catch.
Yeah. Love it. He just throws it to everybody. It's amazing.
Yep.
But yeah, USC
look good. I'll give credit where credit's due. They probably have no defense, but they look fucking good. They look good. Let's get to UNC versus Appalachian State. The only reason I'm saying this is because Appalachian State came this close to doing it again. Doing it again, bro. It's like beating a dead horse with this shit, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Why don't teams prep for App State? They're the upset kings.
Gosh,
They took them to double overtime.
They're the potential giant killers, like, every single time.
Every year, dude, they'll do it.
You talk about a team that gets hyped for a big
man.
For a big opponent.
Like they have like whoever schedules does their schedule has to schedule at least 2 top 25 opponents every year. Because they're going to beat one of them.
And App State is basically it's in North Carolina.
Right, yeah.
So
I like Drake May. I think Drake May is a great quarterback. I don't think he's going to be the number 2 quarterback gone in the draft. I think Shedeur Sanders is going to go above Drake May. I'm not saying number 1. I'm not saying number 1. I'm still thinking Caleb Williams to the Cardinals.
Yeah, that makes the most sense.
That's the one thing. I think Shedeur Sanders will gradually progress higher than Drake May.
Dang. Going primetime junior, huh?
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, and sure, I might be just riding the fucking hype train that is the Colorado Buffaloes, but I love Shedeur Sanders right now.
Love him. Real quick, let's do Washington State versus Wisconsin.
Luke Fickell era off to a 1-1 start. I expected him to win this. I kind of want. I thought the Big Ten is back. This is what I'm gathering. The SEC is on its way out, and the Big Ten is back. And I'm sorry.
Well, the Pac-12 is doing their farewell tour.
Okay, but the Big Ten is back. The Big Ten's here, right? That's what I'm seeing. And I guess what if the Pac-12 just does phenomenal this year and just rescinds all of their bids to other conferences?
Like all the teams rescind their
yeah, they're just like, oh yeah, just kidding, we're actually pretty good this year, we're gonna stay.
Shoot, that'd be a comeback story of the ages.
That'd be hilarious.
That's a potential Netflix docuseries for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Like where it all went wrong.
Yeah. Oh. Actually, no. You know what? I take that back. That's not docuseries material. That's more of like Disney movie. That's a Disney movie storyline right there.
Yeah.
Back at like all those Air Buds and like sports movies that they come out with.
Yeah, it's like everything falls apart, but you got that one hero.
Yeah.
That brings it all back together. Let's do another Pac-12 team. Arizona versus Mississippi State.
I think Zach Arnett and the Bulldogs dodged a bullet here.
It was a close game.
I think Mississippi State is really one-dimensional. I think they just need to just if someone can stop their run, then they're done.
Even with Will Rogers as quarterback?
Yeah, even with Will Rogers as quarterback.
I mean, he hasn't had the greatest passer rating thus far this season, but yeah, no.
I think everybody just likes Will Rogers because he has experience. I don't think he's that good.
Plus, he's got that name, Will Rogers. That's a quarterback name.
That's almost as much of a quarterback name as Will Levis.
Yeah, or Jackson Dart.
Yes. Jackson Dart might be the best quarterback name of all time.
I mean, but also you got General Booty in there too. We've got assortment of them this year.
See, I don't know. General Booty is just like a porn star's name, but
yeah, that makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of Auburn versus California. It was an ugly win. Hugh Freeze got to figure something else. Auburn's not very good. I'll just go ahead and say that. Auburn's not very good.
But they're 2-0.
I know. Good for them. They're not very good.
Yeah, I don't think California is that good of a team. And then they played a cupcake game the first game too. Right. But that's just perfect for what Auburn's trying to do right now. Is just get Hugh Freeze acclimated into what this team's going to be in its identity.
Without strippers.
Without strippers.
Without strippers.
Yes.
I mean, we still don't know. He could have strippers there. Like California, they have a lot of strippers, I think.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay.
I would, yeah.
Auburn doesn't have very many strip clubs.
I was going to say Auburn, yeah, it would be tough to get a lot of strippers from there.
Yeah, no, the prostitution's not very big in Auburn. You know where he would thrive? Surprisingly, the number one city in America for human trafficking is Dayton, Ohio.
Okay, human trafficking, all right.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Hugh Freeze probably going to do all of it.
University of Dayton?
Yeah, University of Dayton. That's got Hugh Freeze's name written all over it.
Okay.
But yeah, Auburn's got to figure it out.
Yep.
All right, let's fucking get to LSU versus Grambling. Fuck it, let's go.
Okay.
This was a get right game.
Yep.
And this was what you call taking out your frustrations on an inferior opponent.
Mm-hmm.
I do not feel bad for winning 72-10.
Nope.
Not one bit. I don't feel bad that Jaden Daniels had 5 touchdowns in what, like the first half or something?
Something like that.
And I don't feel bad that Diggs ran all over him. I don't feel bad that we ran up the score. I don't feel bad that we looked like a fucking varsity team versus a freshman team. I don't feel bad about any of it. I don't. It felt fucking good. It felt good to beat a team 72-10 after the monstrosity that I had to fucking watch last week against Florida State. It was nice. It was like a cool breath of fresh air.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you have a game like that, especially a week 1 performance, and especially a letdown, it's basically full throttle to the end. You don't want to let up, and that's why that makes the case 72 points. Yeah, that's not even enough, to be honest with you, if I'm really calculating it correctly.
I wanted triple digits.
Yes.
I don't care. Like, that's how pissed off I was this week. Yeah, Grambling State, there was a time I was watching the game, and I think it was in the third quarter, and we had, like, our second and third string team in there. And, Joe, we were on the goal line, and it looked like our offensive lineman versus their defensive lineman. It really looked like a college team versus a high school JV team.
Yeah.
It really did. Like, the guys on Grambling's D-line were so small compared to our giant offensive linemen.
Yep.
And I didn't care. I wanted them to pummel them and run it in the end zone.
Yep.
I was happy with our running game.
Yes, I was going to mention, that's the notes I had. Logan Diggs, 115 yards.
Yep.
True freshman Caleb Jackson came in with 62 yards. Obviously that's more of backup time, but we needed a spark with the running game, and that's it right there.
Yep. We needed Jaden Daniels got back in his groove. Whatever he had going on in his head last week, that's gone.
I mean, look, I just want him to actually throw it down the field. So even if it's starting off with Grambling, hey, I'll take it at first.
Starting off with Grambling, and hey, let's keep it going against Mississippi State. Like I said earlier, stop the run. You got Mississippi State. That's it. Look, last year we lost to Florida State, we lost to Tennessee, and going into the Texas A&M game, we had the SEC championship game secured. Okay, we were a lock to get into the SEC championship game, and if we had beaten Texas last year, if we had beaten Texas A&M and beaten Georgia going in the SEC championship game, we would have been in the playoffs with 2 losses. Okay, so this season ain't over. This season ain't over. That's my point. We lost to Florida State last year. We lost to Tennessee last year. And going into that Texas A&M game, we had basically the playoffs in our grasp if we had just beaten Texas A&M and beaten Georgia. Okay,
Yep.
I don't want to hear shit. Yeah, we lost to Florida State. Mike Norville coached a game, a great fucking game. He coached out of his ass. And Florida State's just a really good team. Okay? That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, they had themselves another win, got themselves propelled into number 3.
Yeah, they scored like 66 points. They demolished whoever they played.
Something like that. But yeah, no, it's a long season.
Season.
I'm here for it, and basically we've got a couple games get right. Mississippi State, Arkansas coming up. So I'm feeling fine, especially after this game. The only thing I had that upset me was I would have liked to see Grambling State get their 10 points at the end of the game, but they got it at the first quarter, which is a little bit of means that they need to work on some defense a little bit. But at the same time,
Yep.
I think it was a good win.
And I think Brian Kelly's gonna prep for Mississippi State and Arkansas as well. Mississippi State, like I said, stopped the run. Arkansas contained KJ Jefferson, and I think you got it. It's pretty simple, and you get on a momentum. You get on a roll. You grab some momentum. You get started, and then finish the season off. I'm pumped. I'm back on. Last week I was pissed. This week back on.
Yep.
You got anything else? You got anything else on college football you want to talk about?
Well, do we want to talk about the Mel Tucker firing?
Yeah, let's get to Mel Tucker. So if I heard the story correctly, he sexually assaulted a lady who was preaching about sexual assault, right? Or that was the sexual prevention. What am I getting this right? Or
To be honest with you, I only heard mum's the word as far as this investigation goes. So I haven't heard anything.
Well, apparently they brought this girl in to preach about like the how bad like sexual assault is, to preach against against how bad rape is, find like the cues or like the signals if like a girl is in trouble or if a guy is in trouble, whatever. And he sexually assaulted her.
That's weird.
Which is it's just the most ironic thing of all time.
Do you think maybe this is conspiracy thought? Do you think maybe this is a setup?
By Michigan State to get rid of Mel Tucker because he sucks?
And that he had a terrible buyout clause on his contract.
Yeah.
So then to not have to buy out his contract.
Ooh. This is juicy, Joe.
Yes.
This is juicy.
I know. My mind went there.
I love a good conspiracy theory because you're right. His buyout clause is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know the details of it, but I do know that because they should have fired him last year.
Yep.
Michigan State was not good last year, and it was all because of Mel Tucker, and everybody knew about it. But
and you were just talking about him being on the hot seat this year.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he is. I mean, obviously, his seat was a little hotter than we thought.
Yes.
Might be because of a little, some crabs or herpes or something down there, but yeah. He's gone. So they got the interim. Oh, what's his fucking name? Barnett, Harold Barnett, Harlan Barnett. Harlan Barnett is the interim right now. I don't know anything about him, but I guess it doesn't really matter because it's temporary, right?
It is temporary, but I did hear that they hired on an assistant, Mark D'Antonio.
Mark D'Antonio, yes, they did. They
did. I don't know. Maybe
his position is assistant head coach.
Yes.
So little translation. Mike D'Antoni, he's coaching the team.
He'll be back.
Yeah, he's back.
He's back.
Love it. So yeah. Anything else on college football?
That's about it.
Let's see. The only thing I have left is good old U.S. Open ended, and Djokovic won his 24th Grand Slam. He's a GOAT. He's the best of all time. I don't care what anybody else says. He's the fucking best.
I would have liked to seen Carlos Alcaraz be the and him be the final matchup.
His opponent?
Get the rematch again. But
Dude,
still,
Medvedev is nasty.
I was about to say, it was
He's
still
a very
great.
good tennis player, and I love how they black out the Russian flag.
Right?
It's great. It's like nope, you don't exist. But yeah, no, Medvedev is a phenomenal tennis player. And yeah, Djokovic is just the best. Novak, he's just the best, and he's saying Beastie Boys. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, after his win against who did he beat? God, I can't think of who he beat. He beat somebody. And at the end, he literally was talking to the reporter, and then he just goes into the microphone and he says, "You gotta fight for your right to party." Oh,
Nice.
he's my favorite fucking player of all time.
Nice.
I love Djokovic. But yeah. Anyways, so good old U.S. Open. I think tennis is over, which is about time because football is here, baby.
Football's here.
Football's here. You got anything else, Joe?
That's about it.
All right, we'll see y'all next week. Love y'all.
Later.